From the Flock of Birds production studio, it's time for the Mountaineer Ramble with your hosts, John Covey Cole, Michael Covey, and Jack Kincaid. Now, let's join the guys and talk Mountaineer football.
Game of the day in the Big 12. West Virginia is 6-0 for the first time in a decade, and they carry the top 10 ranking into this matchup with Oklahoma State, which is won 3 in a row. And it's right down the middle. He's not had the same kind of distance that Josh Lambert has had, but and pretty darn efficient. From 33 yards, it's hooking through. Attempts for Ben Grogan, who has now made 9 in a row this year.
Hey! What is that, 2-3 weeks in a row now? You all over my fun bits. I'm sick and tired of this. Jack, you heard me. That Covey Cole guy, I'm sick of this. Some stuff's going to change around here, or I'm going to not be back around here. Sheldon Gibson. Nice little catch. Look at the feet there. He's like, yes, here. Just... I'm sorry.
Comes a corner blitz. Howard pumps on a double move. He's got Gibson, who lays out for the touchdown. This time I look to throw. Howard retreating. Under pressure. Lost the football. Oklahoma State's got it. Pay one off here. They'll look to throw. In the end zone. Lacey, strong hands. It's a touchdown. From 39. Molina still has not made from that distance this year. They are packing him in there. They swing it out to McCluskey. He slashes into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown.
Highlight? Ain't no highlight. What you mean? Low life, living a high life. What else you want me to say? Can we go ahead and start the show? Is that all right with you?
Good call, Jack.
Thanks.
I was not impressed at all with the game. You can say what you want, Okie State fans, Poke fans, whatever you want to call yourselves, but y'all didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. Turnovers.
17 points.
Finally caught up with Skylar. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to cost us a game. We just didn't know when. Ultimately, none of us thought it would be this game.
Yeah.
2 interceptions, a fumble, like you said, cost us 17 points.
Yep.
Which we lost by 17 points. And if I really wanted to be that guy, which I'm going to, because I like to say, hey, this is what happened. Mike Molina missed a field goal.
Yep.
35 yards. Second one he's done like that this year. If we would have had them 17 points off turnovers and Mike Molina would have made his field goal, we'd have come out of Stillwater 7-0. But here we sit 6-1.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, all of us expected us to be 6-1 by now. Am I right?
Sure.
Going into the season,
Whatever.
we all thought this is where we was going to be at. Nobody thought we was going to lose to Okie State.
Yeah.
Even the talking heads. I mean, I don't like to give them much credit, but they didn't think that WVU was going to win either. You was telling me you caught a little bit of chatter from the coach and some defensive players about the game Saturday.
Well, just skipping down, Gibby said, quite frankly, just the things that they called just weren't clicking. When they needed to make a play, they didn't make a play.
Right.
All season, we've kind of been in the other direction. Go back to BYU, we're playing like buffoons, like just football morons.
Even the Youngstown State game, I don't think it should have been as close as it was.
Well,
at halftime,
the
yeah,
point
that
was
was
the point was at BYU, we come back and
Showed a little bit of, hey, we got this.
backs against the wall.
Yep.
We come back.
Right.
We make the save, basically, to steal a baseball term. Defense starts making plays.
Right.
We didn't have that issue.
Well,
we didn't have that moment.
I will say this about the defense.
whole
Me
game.
personally, the whole game, exactly. Me
Right.
personally, though, I'm not putting the defense out. The 17 points they got off turnover, all three of them were inside the 20-yard line. The fumble and both interceptions.
That's the other thing you can say. You got we talked about missed field goals, how that kills you, but also the turnover on downs and the field goals, bad field position. So you're starting out bad on an offense that, look, I got nothing against Okie State, whatever. I mean, you
They're not that good.
You played a decent game. You're not that good.
Not that good.
I mean, just flat out not that good. We played
Mason
our
Rudolph.
worst football.
Mason Rudolph may get a chance to play on Sundays. I don't know, but he's not that good, really.
I mean, it's not that. It's it's the fact that
they're not that bad either. I mean, 6-2 football team.
Yeah, and you can
And
argue
that
that
one loss, they should be
true.
7-1.
We were 8-16 on third down. Okie State was 8-16. We had 421 total yards. They had 358 total yards. They got us in passing yards. They had 273. We had 212.
Yeah.
Rushing, we had them 209 yards to 85 yards. And then the fumble and the 2 interceptions. That right there tells you.
And look at it. They're
Turnovers
an offense,
is what got that ball game.
They're an offense that attacks weaknesses. They attack flats. They do things like that. We didn't throw our best defense out there. I mean,
No.
Tell you what.
Al-Rashid Benton says
Somebody need to-
didn't come out there with the fire we normally show. Play that off of what Gibby says. You come out playing sluggish. It wasn't us. Wasn't our team. Not the team that we went out as the first 6 weeks. We go out and find our way.
The prior 2 weeks, we played 4-quarter football.
Right.
Most impressed I've been with the boys all year because, we talked about the BYU and the Youngstown State. But the TCU game and the, help me out, what was that, Kansas State? Mm-hmm. We played 4 quarters of football and won the ball game.
Sure.
But it was not there. I'm tired of making excuses. We lost. We shouldn't have lost, but we did.
It happened.
And here we sit at 6-1.
But I could see us being 6-1 right now, but I wouldn't have guessed this game would have been.
Sure. Coach says, too, Coach Holgerson says we didn't put the defense in good situations. Then they came back. I mean, they got it back down to, I think it was 7 points.
Yeah.
When he misses the field goal. I mean, just.
That was the dagger right there.
But overall, look at special teams, offense, and defense, and definitely team-wise, if you want to add a fourth dimension to it, just not our best show.
Russell Shell goes down. Don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, haven't heard.
Justin Crawford and Kennedy McCoy did pretty well considering. 14 carries for Crawford at 87 yards. Kennedy McCoy 10 carries for 83 yards. Those guys are doing their jobs. The Kill Shorts 8 receptions, 82 yards. Karan White 6 receptions, 60 yards. Shelton Gibson only had 2 receptions. We seen him make his fun bid. He had that touchdown there.
How you doing?
Skylar Howard 24, 39, 212 yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions and a fumble.
What was that last?
2 interceptions and a fumble.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That'll do stuff to your team.
Right.
You got to learn from that, Skylar. Hopefully you will. That last interception he threw was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it was triple coverage there. He's trying to throw a ball that he can't throw, obviously.
I see why the heck people's booing him in Morgantown now.
Well,
All right.
we're ruthless, you know what I'm saying?
We're ruthless. We're spoiled. We're
People are ruthless too. Ain't got no teeth.
You shouldn't be booing our quarterback. That shouldn't happen. Come down to it. He's a college football player. He's a kid in
Most
college.
of those kids realize they're not going to be playing on Sunday, so they're having some fun getting their degree.
Yeah, and
You start dogging on a kid, he's going to be a punk. Like, all right,
Let's
man,
just
and
like,
the
you
thing
remember a
is-
few years ago, Mike Gundy? It's pretty funny that you remember Mike Gundy.
What did he do?
I guess the press was.
I'm a real.
Yeah, I'm a man. I can take.
I'm 40.
These are kids out here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's one of the reasons we're like top 3 worst places to play, worst fans to deal with, whatever that stat is, SB Nation or fandom, whatever it is. I mean, you don't need to do things like that. You gotta try and encourage these kids, not
run
not
them
bust
down.
them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you can call us out on that, but we talk about performance. We aren't the guys up in the stadium booing. I encourage people not to do that, and I encourage people not to boo the other team when they come out. That's not a West Virginia thing to do.
No, that's pretty disrespectful. Let them, when the ball game starts, do what you got to do. But
I beat the dead horse coming in. Now I'm gonna get off the new high horse. So.
Well, guys, there we have it. We're 6-1. Going to go back briefly. I ran a poll last week on Twitter and Facebook to just see the fans' reaction. And my question was, if you had to absolutely get rid of one coach, would it be Dana Holgorsen or Tony Gibson? And surprisingly to me, most people picked Dana Holgorsen. I can't remember the percentage, but I'm not ready to give Tony Gibson those kind of reins yet. Me personally.
You mean you get rid of Dana and
get rid of Dana and keep Tony?
Let's not forget who's recruiting all these football players.
Yeah, well, yeah. And here's the other thing. People were out for blood for Dana. I know I was one of them for a long time. But it takes time to build programs.
Exactly, it's not overnight.
Look at
he's been there 6 years. For the first 3, at least, possibly 4. A lot of those recruits, what guys he brought in? Sure. It was just other people. Bill Stewart, Rich Rodriguez brought in.
Also, I get the idea, Chris, it's not probably the easiest offense to take up and learn. Yeah. It's something that takes time. You build with. If nothing else, you can say about Skylar Howard from last year to this year, he looks so much more comfortable running that offense. Yeah. But, would he be there without the really mediocre performance last year?
Well, not only that, but he's been there for a minute, too, because he sat behind Clip Trickett for a little while, too, learning the offense. Yep. I'm excited about Will Greer next year, given he gets to play.
Sure. Oh yeah, Will Greer, how you doing?
Sure. Because he's sitting there. He's already a good recruited quarterback. People wanted him.
And there again, Coach is talking about even a guy like Crest, who is a top athlete. Maybe he's learning a new position next year. I don't know.
I thought we'd see him more as a slot receiver this year, but then again, look who we got out there. Where we got room for him.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We need an H back. Honestly, we need somebody.
Put some meat on, Crest. We'll put you in the backfield next year.
We need somebody that does something different.
I know Shell will be gone next year, but we'll have McCoy and. I think Crawford might have one more year, too.
And he'll be greedy.
He'll be greedy.
Hungry. Jack likes some greedy back.
He does.
Greedy back.
He does.
Greed is good.
Almost as much as he likes the idea of Nick Saban coming home. Right?
Well, hey, that's a good tie-in to what we were just saying. People got the daggers out for Dana. What is that about? You have to give a guy time. I'm not saying you marry up the you don't put the whole dowry at his feet coming in, but Nick Saban had bad years at Bama.
Sure.
Jimbo's going through a bad year right now.
Yeah.
Now, both of you guys need to hightail it north. I can tell you that now.
I don't know how you feel about Brian Kelly, but he's the same way. Even Charlie Strong, he's a good coach, but the people's ready to write him off. Come on, has he been there 2 years?
No. There's a good thing. Okay, Texas loves Texas.
Okay, that's true.
They do, right?
Oh yeah,
got a lot to be proud of down there. I give it to them. It's a state that I used to be really not near and dear to my heart that I'm giving a second chance to, right?
Okay.
Because good things come from Texas.
That's where George Bush is from, right?
I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to the ZZ Top concert next week.
Oh, sweet. There you go. There's your free plug, ZZ.
Trace Hombres,
That little band from Texas.
That little band from Texas.
Yeah,
but
there's something drives women crazy about them sharp dressed men.
That's true. Look at us.
Well, just look at it.
I ain't did my shirt laundry all season. I don't know what y'all say.
But look, there is a classic example of having all the money in the world and thinking way, way, way farther ahead than your program is. I'm not going to say that they're not going to be good. They can't recruit well. When they want to be, they're a juggernaut of football. They got the money, they got the tradition, they got the athletes.
We wasn't able to reach Dennis Spangler. We talked to him earlier in the season. The outlaw, Dennis Spangler. We tried to get a hold of him today. We was going to give him a call because earlier in the season he was ready to, before the season even started, pretty much was ready to get rid of Dana. Bring back Rich Rodriguez,
a.k.a. Dangerous Denny Spangler.
This is how I look at it. I was looking forward to the conversation with Dennis, but obviously we couldn't have him. Rich Rod is 2-6 this year in Arizona, which is probably an easy place to get people to come play football because you ain't got no weather to
Wait a second.
attend to.
2-6 in the puck 20.
Yeah, he was 35-26 in Michigan, which is unacceptable in Michigan, obviously.
Right.
That's why they
Well,
got rid of
hey,
him.
there you go. There's another example of overreach. You know.
He was with WVU for 7 seasons. He went 60-26, which is pretty good.
Not bad.
But stay where you at. Why are you going to go and stab your fans and your players?
Money.
That's exactly what
money.
it is.
Sure,
And
money.
So
Dana's been here 6 seasons. He's 42-29. Obviously, it was a different. Well, I'll go ahead. It was a different era of football when Rich Rod was here. Dana's brought a whole new concept to WVU football.
We were just talking before we kicked it over. I mean, we all picked 9-3, and that's not a done deal yet by any means.
No.
But think about
It's
it.
looking- it's looking-
We're a whole lot closer to being 9-3 or 9+
No
wins. this
disrespect
season.
to our team at all, but
You know?
we still got Oklahoma.
Sure.
We still got Texas at Texas.
At Texas.
that's one of the
They
years.
beat Baylor last week, and we got Baylor still.
Baylor, right.
It's still possible. Hopefully, we don't lose another game. Don't
you
take
know,
us wrong, guys. We don't want to lose.
You got Iowa State at a really bad time to play Iowa State.
Yeah.
You know,
They've been hungry all season. They've been right there.
They had nothing to eat all season.
Hey, stop it.
Yeah,
they're
right.
chewing on a
And
stick.
then into this week, we got Kansas,
Yeah,
who is ready to not be humiliated.
they've been.
They've been ready to not be humiliated for
Yeah.
quite some time, but they've
Well-
still been getting. But we can't overlook them.
You know, they've gotten a much improved run game. They got a couple receivers that can make plays. Now, do I think we're in danger there? Only if we go in
If we allow
and let it go.
Just like the Okie State game, we lost that
Yeah.
game.
We lost that game. We gave it over on turnovers. We played terrible, and they took advantage and beat us. You know?
Right. We'll talk more about Kansas here in a little bit. But back to the Dana Holgerson being dogged by West Virginia fans.
I don't get it.
I've heard rumors about people saying he's going to LSU, which is crazy. I've heard rumors that if Tom Herman leaves Houston, he's going there, which he does have some ties there.
They done been there.
But he was not head coach there.
Yeah.
And then you also got to look at it. Last year, Shane Lyons offered him a contract extension.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure the details of it, but Dana didn't sign.
Well,
So does Dana have intentions on going somewhere?
Well, no,
Or is he just trying to get some more money?
Look, they tabled that, and it's to be taken up after the season.
Yeah, makes
but
sense.
we would have lost a lot of money if we'd have made a move to get rid of him.
Right.
Listen, this is just something I'm going to put out there because you could debate this back and forth.
All day.
And let's talk my lifetime here. Don Nealon raised us to a certain echelon of football. Okay? Rich Rod raised us, in my opinion,
You know what,
to another echelon of football.
Real quick before you go farther.
Bill Stewart came in. This one's got to roll.
All right, go on with
Bill Stewart came in at a time where we were in a crisis, right? Probably wasn't the guy.
No, but
Nothing against late Coach Stewart, but hey, Dana came in to an absolute quagmire.
Oh, yeah.
And, we paid for that for a while, but I think we're at the cusp of raising our game to, another echelon.
oh yeah.
You've got to have some wherewithal and understand that it takes time to build a program. And listen, look, we go down 37-20 against a team we shouldn't have lost to. Okay, now, are we overrated or are we just disrespected? Do we play a bad game or are we disrespected? Because right now we get kicked down to 20th, okay? And we're behind 9, count them, baby, 9 two-loss teams, right? Let's go to strength of schedule. Compared to Oklahoma, okay, our toughest game on the season. Anybody disagree with me?
Yeah.
Excuse me, in conference.
Yeah, yeah.
Who knows what the
I
Bulls
think
are
all
going to say?
together, but you got the ball.
Common opponents, we got TCU, Kansas State, Texas Tech. We outscored those teams with a plus 56 on the points, okay? They only beat them by plus 34.
How you doing?
Right?
How you doing?
Okay, so there's just, that shows you where we are. They've got Baylor up at 17. We're sitting at 20. Baylor, 97th, 9-7 in total strength of schedule.
not to mention
Okay.
all the drama in Baylor. Yeah, Baylor.
Oh, yeah. just
You got
sexually
Virginia
assaulted.
Tech sitting at 2 losses now. No disrespect to our turkey brethren across
No
the
disrespect. That's bullcrap. We're going to get into that in a minute. Right now, guys,
2
we're going to take a
losses.
quick break. And when we come back, since Jack's getting all riled up, we'll come back with Crackback Jack's disappointment of the week.
The Mountaineer Ramble, sponsored in part by El Mariachi, Mexican restaurant and cantina on Airport Road in Beaver. Open 7 days a week, offering a mouth-watering array of delicious Mexican cuisine. Stop by and see Jay and Jose, and you'll see for yourself why El Mariachi was voted the best Mexican restaurant in southern West Virginia. El Mariachi will spice up your day.
Ramble fans, Crackback Jack here. Perdon't. Busted trick play. Great.
Yeah, that was pretty disappointing there.
Kenny's punting was all right, though, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Everybody's happy now, right? Yay!
Everybody except that guy that forgot to sell the trickery there.
I mean, what are you going to say? Blown up on a trick play. Sell the drama, kid. Good God.
He's not going to be a pro wrestler when he grows up.
What are you doing?
Yeah, drill that Sama.
Yeah.
Drill it. Where do you get some at? They sell it at Walmart.
Or Craig's down there in Fayetteville.
Oh, Greg's.
You mean Craig? He good.
That boy good.
That boy good.
I thought Chris Meadows was good.
I mean, I ain't heard from Chris.
Well, we're going to check in with him here in a little while.
Hey!
Yeah, he's been a little tied up here recently.
How come he don't call me?
Never call me no more. Guys, the first get-together of the College Football Playoff Committee got together this week. Like you mentioned earlier. We're 20th, sitting at 6-1. And go back to what you were talking briefly on earlier. 9 teams ahead of us with 2 losses.
Yep, just let that sink in.
Baylor, ranked at number 17. 97 in strength of schedule. Virginia Tech, 2 losses. Who else is in the ACC besides Clemson? Tell me now.
Nobody this year.
Now.
Nobody.
Now!
Can't do it, Jack.
Louisville.
Well,
Okay, all right, Louisville.
Come
All
on,
right,
Louisville.
All right,
Louisville.
that's fair
You
enough.
mean Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
That's not.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, they're
all right. Okay, they got
yeah.
2 teams. What of it?
Yeah.
You know?
But still.
Better than the Pac-12.
Oh, yeah. With the whack? What?
Yeah.
Top 5. Washington sitting at number 5 at 8-0. Texas A&M at 4 with a loss to Alabama. In front of them is Michigan. No losses. Clemson, no losses. Alabama, no losses. That's pretty big slap in the face to Washington, in my opinion. You're going to put Texas A&M in ahead of them.
Oh,
with
yeah,
one
it's
loss.
the SEC team that Alabama didn't beat that bad. So they're going to get in there.
Anybody here want to take odds on Washington doing anything about it if Texas A&M's in the room? Anybody here? Because
No.
old Dad would like a piece of that.
A&M is looking good. I'll give them that.
No, they're good.
They
They're
are
good.
looking
They're
good.
legit.
Auburn is also looking good. I'm not
Yeah.
one to advocate for the SEC, but
No.
Tennessee's showing their real colors. They're falling out.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, their quality win was over Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech all but gave that away. They gave that game away in the second half.
Yeah.
You know, and
Supposed to be embracing them cards there, and they're just trying to play football.
I like them calls.
Ohio State lost to Penn State. Sitting at number 6. 7-1 Penn State.
Well, the Big Ten thinks a lot of itself. You know, remember Wisconsin loss is better
Penn
than
State's
West
number
Virginia
12.
win.
Oh, yeah. Wisconsin.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I'll remember that all season. I'll probably remember for a couple seasons.
I'm gonna remember that if I ever get to punch Jason Sehorn out.
Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure, has Nebraska this weekend, so that might be an interesting game. No, that was last
That was
weekend.
last
Yeah,
weekend.
Nebraska
Wisconsin,
beat 'em.
no,
Wisconsin
won.
That's right.
Wisconsin got it.
Nebraska only dropped to number 10.
Well, yeah.
one good thing, fellas, I seen this the other day. The first 2 years they've done the college football playoff. Last year there was 2 teams in the first poll that was put out that made it to the Final Four. The first year there was 1. Can you guys guess which 2 it was last year?
Last year dropped out.
Baylor?
They're the 2 that made the playoff.
Ohio State?
Nope.
No. Oh, man, what are you going to do this to me?
The one of them should be a given. Who was always on top, boys?
Alabama.
Alabama's one.
Okay.
Both years. They were the one that made it the first year. And
Clemson?
Clemson's last year. Yeah. Which I still expect Clemson to fall. That's just me.
It could happen. I mean, or they could win. I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Well, everybody in college football, they still got really good football teams to play. So
Sure.
anything
There's a lot out there.
Oh,
You want to talk some bowl chatter?
yeah, we'll talk a little bit of bowl chatter.
Speaking of Texas A&M, somebody over in the SEC is talking about us hooking up with them in the Sugar Bowl.
Oh yeah, who we looking at? They think.
Us and Texas A&M.
Oh no, I thought you just meant SEC in general. Sorry.
Still looking at Russell Athletic Bowl possibly with Florida State.
I wouldn't mind playing Jimbo.
I'd like to avenge that loss. I was deployed for that last Bobby Bowden charade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they heard me yelling back home because we had to watch it at like, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning and stayed up until we were on mission at like, dark 30, and it was really, really god-awful. And then they played god-awful.
Right.
That was a good movie. Did you ever watch that movie?
God awful?
Yeah.
Dark 30?
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think so. This ain't a movie talk show, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So, Russell Athletic Bowl again, this time versus Virginia Tech, because people
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
We got them first game of
Yeah.
the season next year.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Who wants to see that? You know?
I'm sure there will be a lot of people out there to see it, but why? We're playing them
Why?
first.
Right. You already got it.
Yeah,
Why?
exactly.
You can't build a better bowl than that.
No.
Can't build a
Come
bowl.
on.
Can't build a bowl. Build a
Russell
bear.
Athletic Bowl versus Miami.
I
Okay.
can get behind that one.
I can get behind that.
I'll get in front of it.
Look, I was a kid, but trash cans and whiskey bottle days weren't that far away from
Right,
me. You know?
right.
Basically, win Big 12, we get a Sugar Bowl. That's what it's looking like.
Well, it's still
Shaping
possible
up
we can
to.
win the
Oh,
Big
it's
12. They're still
more than
wide
possible,
open.
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oklahoma's sitting atop the ladder.
Yeah, they're the
right
only
now.
one with no loss in the conference, I guess, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Us and Baylor got one.
I ain't scared.
No, I ain't been screwed.
But anyway, guys, there's a little bit of look at where the College Football Playoff Committee has put everybody. Still early. No need to get excited either way. Just got to start winning again, boys. Big 12. We have 3 teams in the top 20. Ooh, a little squeaky. We have 3 teams. We have 3 teams in the top 25. Baylor, Oklahoma State. We have 4 teams in the top 25. Baylor, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and us.
Old Mountaineers.
Good old Mountaineers, old blue and gold.
Oh, yeah.
But we got 4 teams out of the Big 12 in the top 25, which they're all in the latter part of the top 25. So we would have to have a lot of help to get to the playoffs,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
You really care about going to the playoffs this year?
I'm still talking about it, Jack, because, it used to be get to the national championship. Win your conference and get to the national championship. Now there's a playoff. So that's
when the national
that's the
championship
prize.
used to mean something.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This playoff thing, I mean, that's just to build a Power 4 conference. I mean, that's a political tool. Who put it into play? Come on.
Not only did we fall this week, guys, but Baylor also fell to Charlie Strong and 34-35. I wonder if they carried Charlie Strong off the field again. All
It's a
excited.
big dude.
He's a big old dude.
He's small, but he's big.
Oklahoma beat the brakes off Kansas 56-3.
Oh.
So they're setting the stage for us this weekend. We're gonna see
Yeah,
what
we
they
need to
do.
hang about 70. Tell them we're back home.
Hold them to nothing. You know what I mean? Texas Tech beat TCU by 3. Kansas State beat Iowa State by 5. So the people's playing ball in the Big 12 as we've seen all season. So you got to come out there mistake free. You can't come out there and Skylar Howard it and Cost your
Whoa.
boys the game. I'm gonna say it, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what was
I
all
was-
that business about building the kid up?
We gotta build him
God,
up. We gotta
sorry.
build him up. But I
Sorry,
did the
Skylar.
same thing earlier in the year with Russell Shell. He was not impressing me.
You jumped on his case and,
Yeah,
and
I
the
jumped
following
on
week,
it, and he turned it on.
You think you got the magic?
and then you got it hard.
I got Dana's Go-Go juice. Of course, I got
that
that.
ain't sugar
You
free. That ain't sugar free.
You gonna put a root on him? You gonna put a root on him?
I don't know what that is, but sure, we'll put it on there.
Sure. How you spell that?
Take yourself to watch some Harlem Nights.
How you doing?
Okay.
Tell you what.
Okay.
But guys, that's a little bit of a look at the Big 12 this week. We got Kansas at home. Oklahoma's going to Iowa State. Texas going to Texas Tech. TCU going to Baylor. Oklahoma going to Kansas State. What happens? TCU beats Baylor. Baylor out of the top 25 then. TCU back
Probably
in?
not. They'll probably kick us out.
Yeah. Baylor gets beat down. That Mountaineer
But yeah,
drop out.
we say we hang 69 on Kansas, and they're like, no.
It wasn't 70.
Y'all got to
It
beat
wasn't
them by
70.
7.
Yeah, it wasn't 70.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Y'all back. We're gonna just drop you to 22.
Wisconsin looks better losing to
Yeah, some nonsense. You know,
Anyway, guys,
what's your team? South Dakota State or whatever.
OU 812 or something. I don't know.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Presumptuous.
Presumptuous. Guys, there's a look at the Big 12 this week. And we're going to go ahead and check in with Chris Meadows. We talked about it briefly. We ain't got to talk to him in a few weeks, but he's back with us, so we'll go check in and see how he's doing.
Chris,
That boy good, right?
that boy good.
Check it out, the High School Ramble.
Good afternoon, folks. Chris Meadows here for the High School Ramble. As we head into the last week of the season, some teams are done. Others are still trying to position themselves for the playoffs. They start next week. In AAA, the Martinsburg Bulldogs have another undefeated season as they are poised to make it back to the Wheeling Island as they crush number 3, number 3, Musselman, 54-14. In the Mohawk Bowl, Morgantown, who is ranked number 6, beat number 4 University 48-28 at Pony Lewis Field, and number 5 Capital beat South Charleston, who's ranked number 8, 30-27. Woodrow Wilson has one last chance for a AAA win as they were shellacked by Huntington last week, and Huntington's number 6, 38-14. In AA, number 1 Bridgeport took a close one over number 2 Fairmont Senior as they finished their season undefeated and look to be the number 1 seed for the AA playoffs. They're 10-0. Number 3 Point Pleasant cruised to a 52-14 victory over Westside. Number 4 Mingo Central beat number 12 Herbert Hoover, and number 5 Sissonville beat Polka. All the other ranked AA teams won, and my number 7, Nicholas County Grizzlies, had the game stopped by officials with just under 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter because of a melee as the Grizzlies scores their 47th point on Pikeview, and the Panthers took offense to it, and there was a big fight in the end zone. It was wild, but it ended. Nobody got hurt. Seniors did a good job. Nobody got suspended. That was a big deal because we don't want to lose anybody going into the playoffs. Now, in single A, number 1 East Hardy dominated, as did number 3 Fayetteville. All the other ranked single A's did what they needed to do. And as the last week sets itself up, there is plenty to play for and a lot going on. In AAA, number 8 George Washington needs to beat number 3 Capital so they can host a home game. Number 14 Spring Mills visits number 13 Hedgesville, and the loser may end up sitting on the couch next week. And the big one of the weekend probably has no playoff implications, but there's a lot of pride on the line as Parkersburg hosts Parkersburg South. If you have never been to one of those games, make your way to a Parkersburg South Parkersburg game. It's a big deal. In AA, number 1 Winfield visits number 2 Mingo Central. That's not right. Number 9 Winfield visits number 2 Mingo Central. Can't read my own writing, folks. And number 16 in AAA Princeton is playing for their playoff lives against undefeated number 3 AA Point Pleasant. That's going to be a big one as well. Number 8 Independence needs to beat Roane County in Spencer, and Spencer has probably the best running back in the state in a guy named Taylor Mays to secure a home game, and the best matchup of the week will be number 10 Lincoln hosting number 11 North Marion. In single A, the number 1 Tulsa Rebels hosts number 9 Williamstown. Number 2 East Hardy faces number 16 NAA Petersburg. And number 16 Tyler Consolidated hosts number 4 St. Mary's. It's going to be tough for Tyler Consolidated to stay in that playoff hunt. They have to beat St. Mary's. It's going to be a big week. If you can get out to a ball game, great. If you can't, listen to me on 105kqv.com as my Grizzlies are headed to Richwood. They're ranked 7th, and it will be a county contest. Well, folks, that's it. That is the High School Ramble, and I am Chris Meadows.
Reply to it, but
This dude.
I'm there. I'm like a creepy guy at the party in the back. Don't send it to nobody, but I'm there. I'm there in the back. I see y'all.
He watching.
Y'all having fun, but I see. I'm not having fun, but I see y'all having fun.
Thanks, Chris. That was a great report. Appreciate you coming back at us like that.
Yeah, it was. It's been a minute, man. Glad to see you. Got your ducks in a row. Mikey was just telling us while you was doing your bit there that he is a creeper. How you doing? Always have a good creeper at the party. Mikey informed us that he's the guy.
Yeah.
So if you're ever at a party, watch out. Mikey's looking at you.
Yeah.
He's watching you have all that fun. Kansas this weekend, guys. They're coming home.
First night game of the year.
First night game. And
7 p.m. kick.
you got to work, and I'm tied up, but you're going, right?
It's going.
Mm-hmm.
It's going.
I was thinking about going, but I had some stuff come up, so I'm not going to be able to go. But one lucky fan is going to be able to win some tickets here in just a few minutes to get to go to the game. So that's 4 tickets we've given out.
Oh, damn, burn.
4 tickets we've
I thought he was going to say
I had
20
to
or
carry,
so.
I had to carry the 2. Just give me a minute.
We're giving away 20 tickets or something.
I
Right?
did it carrying 2s.
I carried it too.
Didn't carry myself.
Getting back to talking to Kansas, Coach put it pretty simple. I liked what he said. Can't take them lightly.
No.
And he summed us up pretty good. You have to go out every week and play your best. If you don't, you get beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different this weekend. I like that. It's a good nutshell for Kansas.
Look,
you go out there.
I feel sorry for the Jayhawks. Coming off this loss, first night game in Morgantown, we're going to beat the Blue off in Birds.
Yeah, I think so.
Watch.
He also said some positive stuff about our squad. Said kind of left whatever that funk was we picked up in Stillwater back in Oklahoma. And
Something in the water down there.
something, man, I don't know. Shook it off. Had a normal day on Sunday with the team, meetings, practice, and by today's Wednesday, they're practicing hard apparently and getting ready to beat some Blue off some
Birds.
fictitious birds.
Yes.
So okay.
Guys, we got a couple more things to take care of here, but I figure since we're already there, we'll go ahead and throw our predictions out there. I don't have any names for Kansas. I know they got some people that play football, and I know that they play hard, but honestly, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I didn't do my homework this week.
I'm throwing in the alumni card and saying you owe me a victory this week. I paid you a lot of money over the years, and still am paying you money, and don't have odds on it this week. Big. I don't know. Don't pick that on the card if you're so inclined.
Yeah.
It's just for fun though. It's just for fun.
I
big.
say we're going big. I'm gonna go ahead and start it, guys. I'm just gonna put it out there. I say we're gonna win 63-14. I'll give them 2 touchdowns, but I think that we're gonna come in there. Like you said, it's a night game. We just lost. Given they just lost 2, but they're not the West Virginia Mountaineers. You know what I'm saying?
They're Kansas. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we're not playing basketball, boys. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. See you in a month or
63-14. Mikey, what do you got?
I got 48-7.
Okay.
Just they're gonna sneak it.
Garbage time touchdown.
Yeah. There you go. Have it. Touchdown for you.
You gonna give me anything? What do you got?
70-10, Big Cat. Good guys.
Oh, damn,
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I thought mine was nice.
Oh, that was creamy.
Put it in the books.
I hope we do. There's a look at Kansas, guys, and what we think it's going to be like this weekend in Morgantown. Don't forget Friday night, the Roast of Don Neyland. I'm not sure if there's still tickets available for that, but check it out. If it is, go check it out. I'm sure it's going to be a good time. We had a little trivia last week. Your question was,
How many Division I intercollegiate sports does WVU participate in the Big 12 Conference? Answer:
17.
17.
We actually had a couple people reaching out to us with the answer this week. So we're going to go ahead and give them both koozie. We all think. We'll go ahead and give them both one.
Koozie.
We'll give you koozie.
Matt Andis, actually a fella I used to play baseball with growing up, and a fella that just found us on the interwebs this season, Aaron Gunther. Fellas, we appreciate you watching. Keep watching because we're going to keep doing giveaways all the time. But that will lead us to this week's question. Give somebody else a chance to win something. What do you got for us this week, Jack?
Trivia this week, Mountaineer Ramble fans. Who was Kansas's head coach when they won their last Big 12 conference game? Now, we've made mention of this a couple times on the show, maybe indirectly. So, there you
that's
go.
who I thought it was. Is it? No, it's not it. Is it that? No, it's not it. Yep, that's who it is. Right there.
Learn something every week.
Who is it?
Get learned.
Send us a message on Facebook now, Mountaineer Ramble, at Facebook. Twitter, at WVU Ramble, or you can email us directly at mountaineerramble@gmail.com. Send us the answer. Get yourself a little Mountaineer swag, right?
Yeah.
Little swaggeroonies.
Hey, handed out a couple of those at the game the other week.
I threw one at somebody. I apologize.
Yeah.
I threw one at
Did
a
they
person.
catch it or they hit him in the head?
I did see it get picked up off the ground, so it's...
If you guys are listening, sport those at the tailgate because I know you're going to be tailgating. God, I wish I was with you.
I'd say it's going to get rowdy early in Morgantown. People going to be going around stealing.
I'm going to get rowdy late.
Well, hey, it's 7 o'clock game. You got to shake that chill, baby.
People going to be going around stealing food off people's tailgate and everything else.
There was everybody here.
It's everybody.
It's all one big family.
But we got two more tickets to give away to that game, gentlemen.
To Paradise?
So,
no, WVU versus Kansas.
that's not quite Paradise yet.
2 tickets and a pair of dice.
Pair of mice.
2 turntables and a microphone?
Where it's at?
Yes. Dirty knees and a Thunder Chief.
What about oh, I'm halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Oh, kitten on the stairs.
Oh, I got to get in this one.
Sit down. We're not done yet.
Lord,
Since we let Jack draw the tickets last week, we're going to let old Mikey draw the winner of the tickets this week. See who gets to go to Morgantown to watch the game this Saturday. You can't. You got your name's not in there again, is it?
No.
Okay.
It is Aaron Gunther.
Aaron Gunther.
Hey,
That's the guy.
I need something familiar.
Yeah, he just won
It's
that.
the guy.
Good deal. So that goes to show you guys you can win twice.
It's the
Mountaineer
guy.
Ramble. But that pretty much sums up this week in a nutshell, guys. You guys have anything else you want to touch base on?
That's about it.
Yeah.
Let's go win a football game.
Got a preferred walk-on coming out of Morgantown High. Had some things to say in the
I
paper.
seen that linebacker, maybe.
I
I seen who you're talking about.
Yeah, really high on coming to Morgantown, and we've got a potential back, another Justin Crawford maybe from Louisiana.
Did you see
Doing
where the
big
South
things.
Charleston kid hurt
Yeah,
his
Derek
leg?
Pitts.
Didn't see
Derek
it.
Pitts hurt his
injury.
leg. I'm not sure the extent of it. I never heard the follow up on that. But.
Do what they tell you to do. Get well, son.
Yep. See you soon, hopefully.
Get well
Guys,
soon.
we're
Get well
done.
soon.
Michael Covey, Jack Kincaid, I'm John Covey Cole. Until next week, Ramble fans, ramble on.
Keep her in the 10 ring.